Raise emotionally strong kids. 7 daily habits every parent should know. Let's be real for a second. Parenting is hard. You're not just raising a child. You're raising a future adult. Someone who will one day face rejection, heartbreak, pressure, disappointment, success, failure, temptation, and stress. Someone who will walk into the world and have to decide who they are and how they show up. And if you're here right now watching this, it's because you don't just want to raise a smart kid. You want to raise an emotionally strong one. You want a child who can speak their truth with confidence, who knows how to process their feelings instead of hiding or exploding, who can walk through hard days without falling apart, who respects themselves and knows how to respect others. That kind of strength doesn't happen by accident. It's built daily. Not with perfect parenting, not with big speeches, but with small, intentional habits, repeated over and over until they shape who your child becomes. So let's get into it. Let's talk about what really matters. The first habit is naming emotions out loud. Most kids don't know what they're feeling. They just feel it. They scream. They slam the door. They get quiet. They cry. They act out. And if you only focus on the behavior, you miss the root of what's really going on. But when you say, "You look frustrated," is that how you feel? Or, "It's okay to be nervous right now," you're giving them language for their emotions. And once a child can name what they feel, they're halfway to managing it. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. A kid who knows how to say, "I'm anxious," is way less likely to punch a wall. A kid who can say, "I feel left out," is less likely to lash out at friends. And a kid who knows how to say, "I'm sad but I'll be okay," is learning emotional resilience. So don't just correct your child's behavior. Teach them how to recognize what they feel, and remind them that their feelings are always okay, even if their actions aren't. Now here's the second habit. Model emotional control. Kids don't do what you say. They do what you show them. If you explode when you're mad, they learn that anger means yelling. If you shut down when you're overwhelmed, they learn that stress means silence. But if you can pause, breathe, and say, "I'm frustrated right now, but I'm going to take a moment," that's a lesson they'll carry for life. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be honest. Say, "I'm having a hard day." Say, "I didn't handle that well. I'm sorry." Say, "Let's try again." When you show emotional maturity, they'll start to mirror it. Even if it takes time. Even if they roll their eyes. They're watching you more than you know. Third habit, listen before you lecture. It's so tempting to jump in and correct, to fix, to explain. But sometimes what your child needs most is to feel heard. Not every meltdown needs a solution. Not every outburst needs punishment. Sometimes all they need is for you to sit beside them and say, "I'm here. Tell me what's going on." And just listen. No, you shouldn't feel that way. No, this is not a big deal. Just presence. Just patience. Because when a child feels safe opening up to you, they won't have to learn emotional expression from strangers, or social media, or the wrong influences. They'll come to you. That's how trust is built. That's how emotional security is created, not through lectures but through connection. Now let's talk about the fourth habit. Validate their feelings even when you can't fix them. This one is hard, especially when you see your child in pain. You want to say, "Don't cry." You want to say, "It'll be okay." You want to distract them, cheer them up, make it stop. But emotions don't go away just because we cover them up. They go away when they're felt and processed. So when your child is sad, say, "I see that you're hurting. That makes sense." When they're nervous, say, "That's a normal feeling. I feel that too sometimes." When they're angry, say, "I hear you. Let's figure out what's behind that anger." Validating doesn't mean you agree with the behavior. It means you acknowledge the experience. And when your child feels understood, their emotions settle faster. They feel safer, stronger, more in control. You don't need to fix everything. Just be their safe place. Now the fifth habit might surprise you. Let them fail. Let them mess up. Let them forget things. Let them try and not succeed. Because emotionally strong kids don't come from a perfect life. They come from a life where mistakes are allowed and recovery is taught. Instead of rescuing them from every hard moment, walk with them through it. When they mess up, don't just punish. Help them reflect. Ask, "What would you do differently next time?" Ask, "What do you think happened there?" Ask, "What did you learn from this?" And remind them, a mistake is not the end of the world. It's a step toward growth. If you shield your child from every failure, they'll never learn how to bounce back. But if you teach them how to fail with courage and try again, you're building emotional muscle. Let's move to the sixth habit. Teach boundaries. Yes, even with kids. Let them say no. Let them express preferences. Let them have personal space. That doesn't mean they get to be rude or disrespectful. It means they learn that their body, their time, and their feelings matter. If they don't want a hug, respect it. If they need quiet time, honor it. If they say something hurts them, take it seriously. Because kids who grow up with strong boundaries become adults who don't tolerate toxic relationships. They become people who know how to say no without guilt, who know how to walk away from disrespect, who don't need to people please to feel worthy. That strength starts now, at home, in the little moments. Now let's talk about the seventh habit, the one that holds all the others together. Create emotional rituals. Simple, daily moments that teach your child to check in with themselves. Ask at bedtime, what was the best part of your day? What was the hardest? At the dinner table, go around and say one feeling word each. In the car, ask, what's one thing you're proud of today? These aren't just small talk. They're practice. Practice in naming emotions, in expressing gratitude, in recognizing growth. You're building emotional awareness into the rhythm of their life. You're saying, your feelings matter. Your voice matters. You matter. And over time they'll believe it. They'll carry that self-worth into their classrooms, their friendships, their future relationships, their careers. Because emotional strength doesn't show up in loud confidence. It shows up in quiet security. It shows up when your child knows how to handle stress without shutting down. When they know how to talk through conflict instead of avoid it. When they know they're loved, even when they mess up. That's real strength. That's real parenting. And guess what? You don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to be consistent. Show up. Keep trying. Keep learning. Even when you're tired. Even when you're unsure. Even when your child rolls their eyes and doesn't seem like they're listening. They are. They see you. They feel you. And they will remember how you made them feel. You are their first teacher. Their first safe place. Their first example of emotional maturity. So be gentle with yourself. Be patient with them. And keep going. Because every time you choose presence over punishment, every time you listen instead of lecture, every time you connect instead of control, you're not just raising a child. You're raising a future emotionally strong adult. And the world needs more of those.